Hey guys, and welcome to the Super Gurus podcast. I'm your host Legoinator, and with me, as always, is my co-host Finn.
Hey.
This week on the Super Gurus podcast, we are going to be chatting 2017 upcoming movies. So we're going to be chatting what we're excited about for 2017. There's a lot of movies coming out, so there's a lot to be excited about, and there's also a lot to not be excited about. Okay then guys, without further ado, let's jump straight into the podcast.
First up, I just got a bit of news. It's already been pretty much confirmed, but officially now, Doctor Strange has been 100% confirmed in Thor Ragnarok.
Okay, well we sort of knew this once they did the end credits scene for Doctor Strange. We knew he was probably going to be in for Ragnarok, but I guess now we officially know.
Yeah, I think there wasn't a doubt that he wasn't going to be in, especially after that end credit scene, but this just 100% confirms that he's on the casting roll, he's in it, which is good.
Yeah, well I've got another piece of sort of Thor news. It's Natalie Portman. She has said that she is open to returning to the MCU.
Okay. She played Jane Foster in the first two Thors.
Yeah, but she's not going to be in Thor Ragnarok 3. Thor Ragnarok. She says she's not interested in being in it, but it sounds like now she is open to being in the MCU, so maybe in the future we could get Jane Foster Thor.
Maybe, yeah. So, I think Phase 4... I would actually like to see a Jane Foster Thor. I think she's cool. She's a cool character, and
yeah, maybe reshuffle the Avengers.
I think that would be good too, especially after Infinity Wars.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think Captain America is still going to be on the Avengers, and Iron Man. I don't think either of them are going to be on the Avengers in Phase 4.
I don't know. It depends on what happens in Infinity Wars and what happens in terms of the casting and stuff. So it could be a manner of different things. Ideally, though, I think personally, what I think is going to happen is I think Steve Rogers is going to die in Infinity Wars, and then either Sam or Bucky is going to get the mantle of Captain America in Phase 4, but that's just what I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably. I think that too. I thought he was going to die in Captain America Civil War, so it's actually a surprise when it didn't for me.
Okay, well, I think they sort of had to keep him for Infinity War, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. So, that's it for your news then.
Yep.
And I've got a couple pieces more of news. I've got 3 more pieces. First off, let's start off with some Star Wars news. Han Solo, it was possibly being moved from its release date to a later release date. So, it was slated for May 2018, but due to the success of Star Wars 7 in December, Rogue One in December, it's probably being moved to December 18, 2018. The same thing happened with Star Wars 8.
Okay, so Star Wars 8 is now being moved to December. Okay.
2017.
Okay, I just brought it up now. It's 15th of December, so...
Yeah, a couple, last year, they discussed that they were moving Star Wars 8 from May to December, so it turns out they're doing that for Han Solo too.
Okay, cool. I'm actually hyped for Han Solo. I think it's going to be a cool movie.
Yeah, me too. I've had nothing but there's been nothing but greatness from the new Disney Star Wars universe. All the comics are amazing, all the books are pretty good, all the TV shows are awesome, and all the movies, of course, are just straight out excellent.
Definitely. So, lot to expect, lot to look forward to.
Yeah, and another piece of Star Wars news, a sad piece of Star Wars news. Carrie Fisher, she's the actor of Princess Leia, has just passed away at the age of 60 due to cardiac arrest.
She was on a plane, wasn't she? And when she had the heart attack?
Yeah, she was on a plane promoting her book, I'm pretty sure. When she had a heart attack. She was rushed to hospital, but she has just... Well, she died a couple of days ago now, but she's just died.
Yeah, and her mum passed away the day after, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. So it's pretty sad for the Fisher family. So that sort of sucks for just the Star Wars universe and just the Hollywood business in general.
Back to Star Wars quickly. Star Wars 8 has finished filming, so we will definitely see her in Star Wars 8.
Yeah, but anything's on the table for Star Wars 9.
Definitely. They might have even killed her off in Star Wars 8. We don't know. So
yeah, who knows? It's in the water. They could remake her in CGI in Star Wars 9. They could just rewrite bits of Star Wars 8 to kill her off. I don't really know, but just definitely a sad day for the Star Wars sort of fandom and the Hollywood industry in general.
Definitely. What's your last bit of news?
Well, my last bit of news is Alien Covenant. So it's a movie coming out next year, and it stars Michael Fassbender. It's sort of like joining Prometheus and the original Aliens. So it's sort of like a prequel. And
It's after Prometheus, but before
Alien. So we'll just do a trailer of this. This is the Red Band trailer. And I have to say, straight off the bat, this trailer is pretty gruesome.
I really liked it though. I think it's cool. It's got a lot of different sort of elements compared to... It's got a lot of different plot points, and I still don't completely understand what Michael Fassbender's character is.
Yeah.
And there seems to be a lot of like romance subpoints and inside of those sort of... Inside that whole sort of story arc.
Yeah.
I really like the trailer, and I personally would give it maybe a B+.
Yeah, we'll talk about a bit more about the trailer though. So, it's directed by Ridley Scott, the original guy of Alien, and it's also got like, it's also said that they've used a lot of practical effects in Alien, so maybe they're trying to do like what Star Wars 7 did for the Star Wars universe, you know, of trying to make the movie how they made the original movie and recapture the magic. Maybe that's what they're trying to do with Alien.
Yeah.
And so far, it looks pretty good. It's like a mystery, but there's also a fair bit of horror in it. Like, there's just blood being squirted all over the place. Then seems to be aliens that I think that... Did you see that scene where Michael Fassbender was... It seemed that Michael Fassbender was kissing that woman in that spaceship thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we also saw that alien climb inside Michael Fassbender's ear. Something climb inside his ear. So...
Was that Michael Fassbender?
It might have been... I'm pretty sure it was Michael Fassbender, even though there's a guy also in there who looks like a bit like Michael Fassbender, who's like the captain of the crew, it seems.
Yeah. Well, we also see like some more of the alien and stuff. We see a bit more of the alien in the trailers than we would probably expect to see, but considering we've already had Alien and those other ones with Ripley and stuff, so...
Alien versus Predator, Prometheus, all that stuff.
Yeah, so I think I would actually go and see this movie. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, me too. It looks pretty darn awesome, and there's a lot of mystery to it, and I sort of like that, because I like it when they don't give away too much about the movie and they leave a lot to be sort of wondered about.
We still don't know the exact like premise of the plot and everything. We have a couple of things, but it was only the first trailer, and hopefully they don't give too much away before the movie comes out.
Yeah, definitely. So let's give this trailer a rating of F to A++, and I'm going to give this trailer, from what I've seen, a B.
I'd definitely give it a B+. I think it's a really good trailer.
Yeah, me too. I think it's a good trailer, but I just don't want to... I don't want to sort of give it a high mark before I see too much. Like, I haven't seen much yet, so I can't really rate it definitively.
Fair enough, okay. Okay, let's get straight into this content. We got a lot of content to get through today.
Upcoming 2017 movies.
There's a lot of them. A lot of them look pretty trash. A lot of them look really good. We'll try to endeavour to give our thoughts on every single one of them.
Well, the ones that are, like, noteworthy.
Yeah. Okay, we'll start with January. Ben, what's the first movie that's coming out in January?
Yeah, so Finn was right. We'll like, alternate months, and we'll talk about all the noteworthy movies that we sort of at least half care about, or we think will be really bad.
I mean, we've excluded, like, the Barbie movie and stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about that stuff.
Yeah, we're mainly doing movies that we know at least a little bit about.
Yeah, and also have previous successes in that sort of franchise or in that sort of area from the director sort of thing.
Yeah, so first up, we've got a movie starring James McAvoy. We've got Split. Okay, so it's directed by M. Night Shyamalan. We all know him.
I don't know him.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's like a horror drama director.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll read like a bit of a plot summary for all of these movies. And for Split, we've got, after 3 girls are kidnapped by a man with 24 distinct personalities, they must find some of the different personalities that can help them while running away and staying alive from the others. So this looks pretty interesting. Seems like a drama, sort of psychological thriller.
So it's like a massive schizophrenic, basically.
Yes, 24 different personalities. So that could be like pretty interesting. So they have to like battle between what personalities that they can trust and what ones they can't.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, actually. I've never...
Yeah.
That's actually a cool way to take sort of like a horror movie, sort of bring in that sort of like psychological, mental aspect of it. That sounds pretty
so
cool.
like a psychological thriller. Yeah, it does actually. So that comes out 20th of January 2017, so that's pretty recent. I probably won't see it at the cinema, but I'll definitely watch it on iTunes or Netflix.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so next up for January, we have the long-awaited Resident Evil, the final chapter. Finn, do you know anything much about Resident Evil?
No, I don't. I've heard about it before. I've never really seen any of the other ones or read much into it, but what's it about?
So, it's directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. That name means nothing to me. Comes out 26th of January. And me neither. I haven't really seen much of Resident Evil either, but it says that picking up immediately after the events in Resident Evil Retribution, so Alice, the only survivor of what was meant to be humanity's final stand against the undead, now she must return to where the nightmare began, the Hive in Raccoon City, where the Umbrella Corporation is gathering its forces for a final strike against the only remaining survivors of the apocalypse. So maybe if you're a fan of the final of Resident Evil, that means something to you, but to me and Finn, I've got no idea.
It seems to be one of those like post-apocalyptic movies, like zombies and, well, they mentioned undead, so definitely zombies and that sort of stuff. Zombies doesn't really hype me up too much.
Me neither. I never really got excited about The Walking Dead and that sort of stuff.
I think that I would need to see the first Resident Evils before I make a judgment on this movie.
Yeah, me too. So, who knows? Like, maybe I'll watch the Resident Evils before I watch this, but most likely I'll never watch Resident Evil.
Fair enough. I think that there are better movies that I can watch.
Yeah. So, we got the last one for January. It's called T2 Train Spotting. So it's not transporting, it's train spotting, okay?
Yep.
So it's a continuation of the train spotting saga. It's directed by Danny Boyle. The name again means nothing to me. So do you want to hear the synopsis?
Yeah, sure.
First there was an opportunity, then there was betrayal. 20 years have gone by. Much has changed, but just as much remains the same. Ewan McGregor returns to the only place he can ever call home. They are waiting for him. Spud, Sick Boy, and BG. Other old friends are waiting too. Sorrow, loss, joy, vengeance, hatred, friendship, love, longing, fear, regret, dearfen, self-destruction, and mortal danger. They are all lined up to welcome him, ready to join the dance. What is this?
I don't know.
I'm so confused. I haven't seen the first Train Spotting, and now I'm just more confused. Like, that just makes no sense. It's got Ewan McGregor, but what is this?
I don't know. Permit me one Google search here. Train spotting. What is this? T2 train spotting.
It just seems so confusing. Like, I've never heard of this, and I've got no idea what's going on.
I don't know. What was Train Spotting 1? Let's have a look.
I'm so confused.
Well, Train Spotting was 1996.
Oh, so it has been almost 20 years.
It has. Trainspotting was a 1996 British black comedy drama film directed by Danny Boyle.
So it's like a comedy.
Yeah, it's like a black comedy.
Well, I'm actually a bit intrigued. I may see if Trainspotting's on Netflix or something and watch it because, well, I'm intrigued. What is Trainspotting 2?
It's also based on the novel by Irvine Welsh. It's called Trainspotting as well. It was Academy Award nominated.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'll just give you a quick overview of the plot. Heroin addict Mark Renton and his circle of friends are introduced.
So this is Trainspotting?
This is Trainspotting, yeah. A different sort of... There's a whole variety of them. There's a sick boy who's an addict. Spud, who's another addict. There's like a clean-cut athlete called Tommy. And then there's a psychopath called Franco.
This seems interesting. So, should we leave this? Like, we don't really know what's going on. We're sort of just searching.
Okay.
So, let's just leave Trainspotting 2.
Well, I think Trainspotting, it's sort of like the whole sort of like the relationship between those sort of different characters and how they get along, maybe.
Yeah. Could be interesting. I don't know. I've got no idea what this really is, but maybe I'll research further. So, that's it for January. We covered 3 films. Now we are up to February. Finn, do you want to start us off with February?
The next movie coming out on the same day, actually, is John Wick Chapter 2 with Keanu Reeves.
Ah, John Wick. So John Wick's director is currently set to direct Deadpool 2, and who knows?
Yeah, Chad Stahelski.
Oh, that's not the guy directing Deadpool 2. There's a new guy directing John Wick 2.
Oh, okay.
So what's John Wick's basic storyline?
The continuing adventures of former hitman John Wick.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
So it's got
Not
Keanu
giving much
Reeves.
away. So have you seen the original John Wick?
No, I haven't. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't, but I've heard a lot about it because of the whole Deadpool 2 director thing. So it's sort of like he sort of seems to be like a agent of something, and he sort of takes down criminals and stuff like that.
Yeah. This guy's the guy from Matrix, isn't he?
Oh, Keanu Reeves. Yeah, that's the guy from Matrix.
Yeah.
So could be interesting. I don't know. I probably will watch John Wick though, and I might watch this. So what's next in February?
Okay, so there's one more in February coming out that's noteworthy. Also coming out on the same day. What the hell? 10th of February, the Lego Batman movie.
Lego Batman movie.
Hype.
I am so hyped for this.
It actually looks okay. I might go see it, or I might wait for it to come out on Netflix or Apple movies. But basically, Bruce Wayne must not only deal with the criminals of Gotham City, but also the responsibility of raising a boy he adopted. So, Robin, basically.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about this over the last the last couple episodes, and we've seen a lot of trailers and stuff, and I'm actually super hyped for the Lego Batman movie. It looks just hilarious.
Yeah, I think it's going to be funny. It's sort of like a humorous take on Batman, who's usually a really serious character.
Yeah.
I think it'll be pretty funny and pretty cool.
Me too.
Personally, the first Lego movie that they did, like the Lego movie, I wasn't too hyped about that, but I could get behind this, yeah.
I could definitely get behind this. I'll probably go see it. So then, is that it for February?
That's it for February, on to March.
Okay, here is March, and the first movie of March is one we're definitely hyped for, Logan. So this comes out March 3rd, and we all know the story of Logan. No point me even reading out the storyline, because for the superhero movies, of course me and Finn are going to know about him. So Logan, it's got like the old Wolverine in the post-apocalyptic desert. There seems to be some girl who he has to look after, probably X-23, and he also seems to be looking after an older Charles Xavier. And Logan, I'm hyped. Hugh Jackman's final one, and I'm just so hyped for it. This movie looks amazing.
Yeah, well, it is confirmed that the girl he is protecting is a female clone of Wolverine. We've seen that in post-credit scenes and stuff like that from previous Wolverine and X-Men movies. I'm really hyped for this. Hugh Jackman's an amazing actor. I can't wait to see this.
Definitely.
I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, what more needs to be said? It just looks so good. Like, Hugh Jackman's final role, I really hope this is a good movie. I really hope they knock it out of the park with the last Wolverine movie. The first one was a dud. The second one was amazing. Hopefully the third one could be even more amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let me do the next movie of March. We have Kong Skull Island, 10th of March. So we did a trailer for Kong Skull Island talk a couple weeks back. So Kong Skull Island, it has Samuel L. Jackson, Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, and the storyline is just an action-adventure story created on King Kong's Skull Island. That's it.
I'm hyped for this movie. I haven't seen the first King Kong. I know what it's about. I know they're trying to weave it in with sort of, what's that thing? Godzilla. It's going to be cool. It's going to be amazing. I think I've seen the trailers. I've given them really good ratings. I can't wait to see it.
Me too. I think it could really knock it out of the park. Like, I didn't think I was ever going to be interested in a King Kong film, but hopefully this one is just amazing.
Definitely.
Let's hit it up into the next March movie. We've got Beauty and the Beast, 23rd of March. So we've got Emma Watson in this, and Ewan McGregor. So Disney's animated classic takes a new form. With a widened mythology and all-star cast, a young prince imprisoned in the form of a beast can be freed only by true love. What may be his only opportunity arrives when he meets Belle, the only human girl to ever visit his castle since he was enchanted. So, just a live-action Beauty and the Beast remake. And we've seen trailers for this. It looks alright.
I think it looks better than you give it credit for. I think Emma Watson's really good.
Me too.
I think we've done reactions to the trailers before, and I think it's really cool. I think it has good potential. I might be tempted to go see it.
Me too. I have to admit, some of the Disney's other live action movies have been pretty good. Like, the Jungle Book was pretty good, and so was Cinderella. But Pan was no good.
I hated Pan. That was awful.
Yeah, but Cinderella was a Disney princess, and Belle is a Disney princess, so who knows? Beauty and the Beast could actually be really, really good. It's got some all-star cast, Emma Watson and Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, okay. So we'll have to give it a whirl.
Okay, and I've got more movies in March because it seems that... Oh, no, I don't have more movies in March. This is actually May. So, Finn, why don't you do the next month?
Okay, so on to April. There is 2 movies coming out in April that are noteworthy. First of all, on the 7th is Smurfs: The Lost Village. In this fully animated, all-new take on the Smurfs, a mysterious map sets Smurfette and her friends Brainy, Clumsy, and Hefty on an exciting race through the Forbidden Forest. Leading to the discovery of the biggest secret in Smurf history.
What's the biggest secret?
I don't know. It's got me hooked, Ben.
I do not care about the Smurfs. I never really liked the Smurfs, and who knows, I just don't care.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you care about the Smurfs, Finn?
Not really, and to be honest, the next movie that I'm going to talk about, I don't really care about either. Fast and Furious 8.
Oh yeah, I don't really care about this either. We saw a trailer, well, I saw the trailer a couple of weeks back, and I thought it looked alright, but I'm not invested in the Fast and Furious franchise. It makes a lot of money, but I never really got into it.
It is a bit of a cash cow, but it's called The Fate of the Furious. I'm not really going to get behind it.
Where do they come up with that title? Like, do you think they just have some guy who just comes up with Fast and Furious titles? He's like, what words can we make F from anymore? Like the Fried and the Furious.
I don't think that's a word, Ben.
The Fried is a word, Finn.
Oh, okay, whatever you say. No, I'm not really hyped for this movie. I don't think it's going to be massively good. I haven't seen any of the Fast and Furious franchise except for half of number 1, so...
No investment, no care.
Yeah, Fast and Furious, pretty crap. Not looking forward to it.
Yeah, me neither.
Is there any hope for May?
Yeah, there's some stuff in May. We've got actually a bunch of good stuff in May. So... First off, we've got 3 movies in May. We have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Alien Covenant, which we talked about before, so we won't really talk about it again, and Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. So, let's start off with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We're hyped for this. We saw a couple trailers, a couple teasers. It looks flat out amazing. Straight
up, this is amazing. I'm riding on this massive success of number 1. I'm really looking forward to this. Probably one of my best movies. Probably my most hyped movie in 2017, to be honest, for me.
Not Star Wars 8?
To be honest though, compared to Star Wars 7, I actually liked Rogue One better than Star Wars 8. I don't know.
So, you'd say you put Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 above Star Wars 8 on your hype scale?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, I could see why you do that. It does look pretty awesome. James Gunn's coming back, and Guardians of the Galaxy number 1, I agree, was just amazing. So let's hope that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is weirder, wackier, and just as good.
I'm really hoping the soundtrack lives up to the sort of hype of number 1.
Oh yes, I really hope that's a good soundtrack too. I still listen to the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack.
As soon as I watched that, I immediately bought the whole album on iTunes. I think that's how much I love that soundtrack first time. And James Gunn said this soundtrack for number 2 is going to be even better. So
yeah. So next up we have Alien Covenant, and this comes out 18th, and we've already talked about this, so let's not even bother talking about it anymore.
Okay.
Like, we talked about this at the start. There's no real point to talk about it anymore. Just set between Prometheus and Alien, as we said before. Directed by Ridley Scott. Could be good. We don't know, but we'll just skip past it.
Okay.
Next up, we have Pirates of the Caribbean 5. Dead Men Tell No Tales. So this is directed by some people we don't know, and it stars Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow. So Captain Jack Sparrow finds the winds of the ill fortune blowing even more strongly when deadly ghostly pirates led by his old nemesis, the terrifying Captain Cesar, escape from the Devil's Triangle, determined to kill every pirate at sea, including him. So, who knows? I actually like most of the Pirates of the Caribbean series.
I like them. To be honest, number 4 wasn't too hype for me. I think that number 1 and 3 were my favourites so far. I don't know. It's been a while since they've made one, so we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out.
Yeah, hopefully it's pretty good. But you're right, we've only seen like that really short snippet that we got a couple months back. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so then I guess that's it for May. And now, Finn, do you want to start us off with June?
Okay, so first up in June, we've got 5 movies. At least 2 of them look amazing.
Yep, what are they? Well, what's the 5?
Okay, first up, 2nd of June, Wonder Woman. An Amazon princess leaves her island home to explore the world and in doing so becomes one of the world's greatest heroes. We know it, we love it, really hyped for it.
Yeah, hopefully it can revive the DC cinematic universe. Like, there's a lot riding on its shoulders.
Yeah, I think I've said this before, I'll say it again. Jeff Jones will really lift this up, and I think DC Extended Universe will have it'll be good. It'll be very good.
Plus, first female superhero movie ever.
Pretty much, and hopefully that paves the way for more. Miss Marvel, a couple of other things like that. Yeah.
Oh, Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of hype, a lot of success, a lot of hoping for success. Hope it's really good.
Yeah.
Second movie coming up is The Mummy.
Okay, we talked about this a couple of weeks back too. Tom Cruise, The Mummy.
Yep.
And I'm going to say, I'm actually really hyped for The Mummy.
I think it's going to be cool. It says, an ancient princess is awakened from her crypt beneath the desert, bringing with her malevolence grown over millennia, and terrors that defy human comprehension. It looks really cool. It's sort of like an action horror movie. Tom Cruise. It's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, me too. I hope it's really good. Like, it could just suck. It could just suck, but I really hope it's good.
Next up, on the 16th of June, we have Cars 3.
Cars 3.
Yeah.
We talked about this a couple of weeks back. Remember we got that teaser?
Yeah, we got that teaser where Lightning McQueen pretty much dies.
And it actually looked alright.
It actually looks okay. All it says for the synopsis is Lightning McQueen sets out to prove to a new generation of racers that he's still the best race car in the world. That's sort of in line with what we were saying before about how there was that new sort of Formula 1 type car in that trailer.
Yeah, hopefully it's another great Pixar movie.
I think so. I think that Cars 2 wasn't too good. I think they'll lift it here, Cars 3. Sort of going back to what the sort of original basis for number 1.
Yeah, hopefully. I think that Cars is the worst Pixar franchise, but hopefully Cars 3 can stand apart and be the best one.
I think I've said it before, but Cars 1 was amazing. Cars 2 was crap. Hopefully this Cars 3 will revive the franchise, for me at least.
Yeah. So what's next? What is the 4th movie of this month?
Transformers The Last Night, 23rd of June.
Okay, we talked about this again, a trailer a couple of weeks ago, and who knows? I sort of like the Transformers franchise. I think that Finn hasn't actually seen any, but I think they're all right, and hopefully it's good.
Yeah, it doesn't have a synopsis for the plot at the moment, but it does have this really cool image of Optimus Prime standing on this like rock with this massive sword.
Yeah, that does look pretty sick.
And there's like this world collapsing and like falling down in the background.
Yeah.
So I think and it says one of the caption things on the top of the thing is rethink your heroes. So I think the thing for this movie is Optimus Prime goes bad. He gets infected with some sort of virus or something, and that sort of turns him against the other Autobots. Yeah.
So yeah, that could be a solid theory.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because in this photo as well, you also see Optimus Prime. He's got like these purple eye things and stuff. So
yeah.
On to the last movie of June. Despicable Me 3.
Do you care about Despicable Me or the Minions or anything?
Not really. I think it's pretty bad.
Me neither. I don't think this movie is targeted for us in the first place. I think the Minions in Despicable Me is targeted for a young audience, and they make heaps of money doing it that way.
Definitely. Nothing major, and I think that we'll have to just hope it goes okay.
Well, we're not going to see it, so we don't really care.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
On to July.
Okay, July 2017. We have 3 movies. First one up, Spider-Man Homecoming. And I hope this is good. I hope Spider-Man Homecoming's good. There has been some alright Spider-Man movies, and there's been some absolute crap ones. But hopefully Spider-Man Homecoming is good. But I'm actually not sure.
I am really, really hyped for this movie. I think after Guardians, on par with Guardians of the Galaxy 2 for me. This is going to be amazing. I really like Spider-Man in Civil War.
Yeah.
Yep, this is going to be cool.
I think it's going to be cool too, but I'm still a bit reserved. Like, it is a Marvel MCU movie, but it still does have Sony in it, so it's not like it's a full MCU movie, and hopefully it's good, but there's always the possibility that it's not.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I'm optimistic, and I hope it's good, but I won't be fully surprised if it's bad, but I hope it's good. It looks good so far.
Yeah. So on to the next movie.
Okay, next up we have War for the Planet of the Apes, and I loved the last two Planet of the Apes. I think they are amazing movies, and hopefully War of the Planet of the Apes is just great too. So it has, I'll just read out the basic storyline. In the War for the Planet of the Apes, the third chapter of the critically acclaimed blockbuster franchise, Caesar and his apes are forced into a deadly conflict with an army of humans led by a ruthless colonel. After the apes suffer unimaginable losses, Caesar wrestles with his darker instincts and begins his own mythic quest to avenge his kind. As their journey finally brings them face to face, Caesar and Colonel are pitted against each other in an epic battle that will determine the fate of both their species and the future of the planet. So, interesting. Finn, have you seen the previous two ape movies?
No, I haven't.
You should, Finn. They are actually some of my favourite movies. I think they're both amazing.
Okay, then. Well, gotta check that out then.
I'll probably see Dawn of the Planet of the Apes in the cinema, and hopefully it's great. Next up, we have a Christopher Nolan movie. So, Christopher Nolan, he's pretty good. He's done some pretty awesome movies in his time. We've got Dunkirk, 19th of July. So, this is a World War II movie. So, miraculous, it's got the Allies and their soldiers from Belgium, Britain and France were surrounded by the German army from the beaches in the harbour of Dunkirk, France, between May 27 June 1940 during the Battle of France in World War II. So it seems like it's sort of a retelling of a battle in World War II.
Okay.
Do you know much about World War II, Finn?
I'm not 100% on, World War II. I know, the basic stuff about it. My dad's the World War II buff, but I think it would actually be pretty cool. I think any sort of, accurately told historical movie with, sort of those personal twists and stuff are actually really good and really entertaining, so I think it has some potential.
Yeah, so then that's it for the month of July. Finn, do you want to hit us off with August?
Okay, so there's just basically one in August that's coming through. It's called Blazing Samurai. It's an animation movie. It's got quite a good cast. Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Carrera, Michelle Yeoh. It's about basically a samurai who hopes to make his dreams come true, but he has to go through trials to defeat his enemies. That's what the synopsis says. It seems to be like animals, sort of like Kung Fu Panda. It seems to be the main character is a cat, I think.
Okay.
But it's also a piss take sort of comedy. I think that in the image we see a really fat cat from the back who's wearing a one of those wraps that the sumo wrestlers wear, and on the sash is a Hello Kitty symbol.
Okay, what is the movie rated? Is it a dark comedy or is it just a family comedy?
It doesn't say between dark or family. It just says action comedy. So
it's probably a family comedy.
Probably a family comedy.
Could be interesting.
It might be a bit better. Who knows?
Maybe an iTunes movie for me.
Maybe. I think it would actually be pretty funny. Mel Brooks, Samuel L. Jackson. I think it would be pretty good.
Yeah. I'm not sure though. I haven't seen any trailers. So there are movies before that have had all-star casts and still sucked. But you're right. Hopefully it's really good.
There are trailers out for it, Ben. So.
Oh, there are?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to watch one. Okay, right after this podcast, I am watching the Blazing Samurai trailer.
Yeah, so there's the Blazing Samurai, a final official trailer. There seems to be 3 out already, so definitely check that out.
Yeah, awesome. So do we want to start off with I'm going to start off with September.
Yep.
So there's only one movie in September. We've got the Lego Ninjago movies, so 2 Lego movies this year. And this one haven't seen any trailers for because there doesn't seem to be any trailers, but it's definitely got some a sort of all-star cast. You've got Olivia Munn, Dave Franco, Jackie Chan, Michael Pena.
Okay, Michael Pena, he was in Ant-Man. I really liked him there.
Yeah, so he is playing K, the voice of K.
Oh, the Red Ninja.
Yeah, and Jackie Chan is Sensei Wu.
Oh, okay. That's sort of fitting, I
Hopefully
think.
this is good.
I think it might be okay. Is it live action or Oh, no, sorry. What am I talking about? It's Lego.
It's Lego, man.
It's Lego.
So 6 young ninjas, Lloyd, Jay, Kay, Zane, and Naya, are tasked with defending their island homes called Ninjago. By night, they're gifted warriors using their skills and awesome fleet of vehicles to fight villains and monsters. By day, they're already ordinary teens struggling against their greatest enemy, high school. So hopefully this is funny.
I think that they're trying to bring in that sort of... they're sort of supposed to be teenage. They're perpetually teenagers. You know how they have 5 different seasons of they're the 20-minute episode things.
Yeah.
This seems to be set after those 5. Is it in the same sort of continuity, or is it separate to that?
It's Lego Movie, Lego Batman.
Okay, so it's separate.
Continuity. Yeah, but it seems it's definitely got some comedy here. Like Michael Pena, he's definitely, I'd say, more of a comedy actor than an action.
Yeah, I think he doesn't actually have to do any action, so he's just talking about it. Fair enough. I don't know. See how Lego Batman goes. I think I'm definitely hyped for Lego Batman, but I don't know about this. We'll see. We'll have to see closer to the time.
Yeah. So then that is it for September. Finn, why don't you hit us off with October?
Okay, so there's 4 movies in October. First up, the one we've talked about on the 6th is Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, we talked about that last week. We're both pretty hyped for Blade Runner 2049.
I am very hyped for Blade Runner 2049. I don't know much about the Blade Runner series, but this looks really cool. Ryan Gosling, Harrison Ford. 30 years after the events of the first film, a new Blade Runner, LAPD Officer K, Ryan Gosling, unearths a long-buried secret that has the potential to plunge what's left of society into chaos. K's discovery leads him on a quest to find Rick Deckard, who's Harrison Ford, a former LAPD Blade Runner who's been missing for 30 years.
Okay. Hopefully this is good. Hopefully it's sort of like a continuation of the Blade Runner franchise and does it justice.
I think so. I'm really looking forward to this. I will need to see Blade Runner before I see this, but I'm definitely going to see Blade Runner and this.
So what else is in September?
Okay, so the next one is called Kingsman: The Golden Circle.
Okay, I saw the original Kingsman.
I've seen the original Kingsman too. I really liked it. I have high hopes for this one.
Yeah, hopefully it's pretty good. We haven't seen any trailers at all, but does it have all the returning actors coming back?
Well, one of them was killed off, wasn't he? So...
Yeah, but is he on the cast list? Do you think he's coming back? Do you think he's not dead?
No, I think he's definitely dead.
That was Colin Farrell who was killed off.
Yeah, he's not on the cast list.
Hopefully it's good. I heard a bit about this. Isn't it? It's the Kingsmen have to travel to the American Kingsman Society.
I think so. It says when an attack on the Kingsman headquarters takes place and a new villain rises, Eggsy and Merlin are forced to work together with an American agency statesman to save the world.
Cool. Hopefully it's amazing.
Yeah. I think it has high hopes. I really like the first one and on board for this one.
Okay, what's next for September?
Well, so this is this movie called Friday the 13th. It's coming out on the 13th of October. And it's like a horror movie, basically. Flat out horror movie. The return of the legendary mass murderer Jason Voorhees in the new Friday the 13th. So it must be a remake of an old movie, Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th is an old movie. It's like an old horror.
So, classic horror movie.
Hopefully it's good.
Hopefully it's good. I don't know what to say. I don't know about, what Friday the 13th is or whatever, so I can't really say anything.
Are you into horror movies?
Not particularly. I would see a good action movie any day over them, but...
Yeah, me too.
So, the next one is another horror movie, actually. Coming out on the 27th of October. There's not much information about it. There's no photos, there's no plot. All we know is it's called Saw Legacy.
Okay, is this like a continuation of the Saw franchise?
I'm pretty sure so. It doesn't have much. It doesn't have any information about it. Also known as Saw 8. What?
What? 8 movies? Now that's a franchise to match Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's not really much we could talk about there because we've got nothing to go off.
It's another horror movie.
Okay, I will hit us with November then. So, start of November, we have Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, yes.
This is unsaid. We're both really hyped for this. Benedict Cumberbatch as Dr. Stephen Strange on the cast, of course. That's the first thing I see. and it actually looks just awesome. The plot is unknown, and there hasn't been any trailers, but hopefully it's really awesome.
I have high hopes for this, and I am fully on board. I will see it at least twice in cinemas.
Yeah, nothing we can really talk about here, as there's really nothing to solidly go off, so I'll just get past it. We're both hyped for that. Next up, another superhero movie. We have Justice League. Now, I'm hyped for Justice League. Justice League is my favourite comic book team ever, and I really hope it's good.
Definitely. Justice League, it's all been building up to this. BVS, Wonder Woman, it's all just Superman is culminating into this, and I really hope they can pull it off. It will really do the DCEU a really good boost.
Yeah, hopefully it's amazing.
It'll really put them up there with Marvel. It'll really stick it to Marvel and say, hey, we can make movies too.
Hopefully it's good. Hopefully. I am a bit withdrawn. It could be bad, but I really hope it makes money, and I really hope it's good.
Yeah, I have high hopes for this, and I can't wait to see it.
Okay, me too. Next up we have Paddington 2. And I hated the first Paddington. I thought it was a horrible movie, and I just don't care about Paddington 2 at all.
Neither. I think that the first Paddington movie didn't do the original series the justice it deserved. My sister really liked it, but I have no real hopes for it. I'm not going to see it.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not going to see this. I'm not even going to see it on iTunes or Netflix. I don't care about this at all. No Paddington 2. But from Paddington 2, we go to a movie I care a lot about. There hasn't been we don't really have much info at all about it, but Creed 2. Now,
yes.
Me and Finn, we saw Creed, back when it came out. We saw it in the cinemas. It was just some random movie. We thought, hey, why don't we go, see this? It was just, what should we see at the cinema? And we saw Creed. And ever since, it's become one of my favourite movies of all time. I am so hyped.
This
for Creed
movie
2.
was amazing. It brought me into the Rocky franchise, and from what I went back and rewatched all the Rockies. It completely surpasses everything that Rocky has ever done.
I think the original Rocky is just as good as Creed.
I think in terms of cinematography and plot and stuff, Creed really does surpass Rocky in that sense. I really think that this is going to be an amazing movie. If they pull it off, I will really, really love this movie.
Yeah, I am super hyped for Creed 2. I loved Creed, and I'm definitely seeing Creed at the cinema. I am seeing Creed 2.
I am seeing Creed 2. You can count on that.
Yeah.
As much as I'm seeing Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man Homecoming, Guardians and Justice League.
Yeah. So then let's do December. December, the big month.
Big month,
so
money month.
For December.
When all the cash cows come out, there's probably going to be more movies than this coming out in December. I've only got 2 at the moment. The ones I do have are on the 15th of December. We have Star Wars Episode 8.
Yes, Star Wars Episode 8. We still don't know the title for this, but last week's episode was a Star Wars Rogue One review, and personally, I really like Star Wars Rogue One and Star Wars 7. I think Disney has made 2 at least pretty good movies. I think they're both awesome, and I really want to see what they do, what new directions they go in for Star Wars 8.
I think Star Wars 8 has massive potential, and they can really, really nail the franchise. And it doesn't have any plot at the moment. It basically they've written a synopsis based on completely not knowing anything. They've said, having taken her first steps into a larger world in Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Rey continues her epic journey with Finn, Poe, and Luke in the next chapter of the saga.
So that's basically nothing.
That's basically nothing. We have nothing to go on.
No.
There's just a fan-made sort of what do you call it? A fan poster made. It says Star Wars Episode 8, and that's all the pictures we have. We do know that Carrie Fisher will be in it. She has already finished her filming. We know Luke Skywalker is going to be in it. We know Finn is in it. Poe is in it. Rey is in it.
BB-8,
R2-D2,
Kylo Ren,
R2-D2, C-3PO. It's going to be big. It's going to be massive.
Great.
I think it's going to be much better than Star Wars 7.
I think that Star Wars 8, I'm going to say it's my most anticipated movie of 2017. And even though I know that all these other movies are going to be great, I know that deep inside, I'm going to like Star Wars Episode 8 the most.
Yeah, I'm really going to like this. I think I wasn't massively sold on Star Wars 7. If Star Wars 7 was still a really good movie, I think, though, that Star Wars 8 will really, really do it justice. the franchise.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully it's great. Now, Finn, what do you want Star Wars 8 to be called?
I don't know. I mean, they really went in a different direction with The Force Awakens compared to, like, other sort of titles in the franchise. So I don't know what they're going to do for Star Wars Episode 8. For all I know, they will probably just call it... Pardon?
I said hopefully we'll get a trailer for Star Wars Episode 8 soon.
I think we will. They've finished filming. They're in post-production. I think that we'll get a plot, we'll get a trailer, or at least get a teaser trailer pretty soon.
I don't think they'll do many trailers. I think they'll do 2 max, because I don't really think they want to give too much away. Like, they won't give any more of a plot summary than what we have there. And I think they'll give 2 trailers, and they won't be plot. They'll just be maybe a bit of talking, but no sort of plots like you get from superhero trailers. I don't think they'll give anything away for Star Wars 8.
They'll want to keep it secret. They want to keep the hype massive. I think they have the right to do that, and I think they'll generate them the most income.
Yeah, I like it when they do that.
I don't like it, but I think it's what will work, and it's what will get the most people going to the movie at that time. So
what's the next movie of 2017? What's the movie that rounds off 2017?
Okay, so probably not the last one, but 22nd of December, Pitch Perfect 3. Doesn't have a plot yet. Got all the main people: Ruby Rose, Anna Kendrick, Hailey Steinfeld, Elizabeth Banks, Anna Camp. Miley Cyrus is supposedly rumoured to be in it. Rebel Wilson's still in there. Justin Bieber's rumoured to be in it as well. So they're going neck level for this Pitch Perfect 3. I actually really like Pitch Perfect 1. I really liked it.
I've seen both Pitch Perfect 1 and 2, and I think they are both alright films. And who knows, Pitch Perfect 2 could actually be good. I probably won't see it in cinemas. Actually, I definitely won't see it in cinemas. I'll probably be too busy watching Star Wars 8 for the 50th time. But I'll probably see it on iTunes.
Yeah, Star Wars 8, I think it's going to be overshadowed. They picked a bad...
Oh, definitely.
They picked a bad month. Star Wars month, December. But hopefully they can pull it off. I actually really like I said, I've liked it. It's a good movie. It's sort of got the good... It's a bit of a different movie compared to sort of like all the other stuff coming out. It's got... I think it'll have a massive fan base. Lots of people liked Pitch Perfect 1, Pitch Perfect 2. And it'll be cool. It'll be cool.
Okay. Well, then that's it for our mammoth breakdown of all the 2017 movies. We did so many, and that's it. This was probably one of our longest episodes, if not our longest episode ever. There was a lot to talk about. Now let's just do our last segment quickly. This Week in Comics, where we talk about what we've been reading / watching this week. And I haven't been reading / watching anything this week. I've been on holiday, so I haven't really got much time. How about you, Finn? Me and my family have been binging this new series on Netflix. In a week, we've watched 2.5 seasons of it. What's it called? It's called Suits. Oh, okay. What do you think of it?
It's a 2011 drama series based on a law firm in New York, and it basically follows Mike Ross and his journey through the law firm and stuff. There's 5 seasons. In a week, we've watched 2 seasons and 5 episodes of the 3rd season. It's really, really good. You might know about it because Prince Harry, he's actually dating one of the lead characters.
Okay. Some celebrity goss.
For you there. But it's really good. I'd highly recommend it.
Sure, I'll check it out a bit when I get off holidays. So then, that's it. That's it for This Week in Comics, unless you've been reading / watching anything else.
No.
Okay then. Well then, that brings us to the end of the Super Cruise. Really hope you stuck in there for this entire episode. Okay then, guys, I've been Legoinator. That's been Finn.
Yep.
Subscribe to the channel, like below, and maybe comment below what your most anticipated movie of 2017 is. Okay then, guys, see you next week. Legoinator out. Bye.